Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. Today we are talking about some things that took place in last night's episode. Those of you who participated in the blackout or what have you, or those of you who still want to tune in and see what took place, a good place to go is on Instagram to the Love and Marriage Huntsville Instagram page, because they post the most pertinent clips that take place in the episode, you guys. For those of you who do not want to give on their ratings and their views and everything else, they can get paid by sponsors and advertisers and everything else. As you guys know, we won't know until Tuesday, of course, whether or not the blackout worked this time and if it impacted the ratings. So in this particular video, I want to discuss Maurice and Marceau's brother, you guys, and him making his appearance on the show. I'm guessing he got paid the $10K that allegedly Marceau's alleged mistresses were supposed to be paid to tell, quote, their story on the show, because apparently he's upset, you guys. And all roads lead back to he is upset that, I guess, you know, whatever took place between him and Van, that's their business. But for whatever reason, he wants Van, Melody Cherie's mother, to claim him. To claim that they had some type of a relationship, to claim that it was more than friendship, to do whatever. And I just don't understand why this was even a thing, you guys. Why was this like a nearly 6-minute segment on the show when the show was supposed to be about the 3 black married couples, the comeback group? It's supposed to be about Mel and Martell, supposed to be about Maurice and Kimmy, it's supposed to be about Letitia and MARSAU. Why are we bringing siblings and non-main characters on the show to talk about social media drama, you guys? Why? Why are we doing this? Why is the show focused on social media? Why are we not talking about what we can do as black people to improve the community? Why are we not talking about black entrepreneurship, you guys? Why are we talking about you being upset that Melody Cherie's mother, Van, called you a friend? And basically, you're in your feelings talking about, well, nobody drives to just see a friend. And, you know, no friend just buys somebody a plane ticket and blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I don't care. Because you know why? Because it has nothing to do with Melody Cherie, Martell Holt, Letitia Scott, MARSAU Scott, Maurice Scott, Kimmy Scott. It has nothing to do with any of those 3 couples other than it being Melody Cherie's mother. We are not having conversations about what Martell Holt's mother's doing. We are not having conversations about what, you know, MARSAU and Maurice's mom is doing. We are not having conversations about what Kimmy's mom is doing. And the stuff that Letitia's mom is doing, she volunteers that information herself. She volunteers that she has a husband and a boyfriend, you guys. But basically, this was brought to the reunion because of the simple fact people wanted to be messy. People wanted to be messy and they wanted to hurt Melody Cherie. And they figure spreading some rumor about her mother was going to, you know, really poke the needle, you guys. Really poke the needle. And also the other thing in this clip was that he basically confirmed that he was being messy a couple of years ago. Well, he never really stopped being messy. But he's trying to blame it on a live that he did a few years ago with, you know, Maurice's ex-wife, Kauai. And it's funny because in that actual live, he's throwing his brothers under the bus. He is throwing his brothers under the bus, basically calling them cheaters, basically saying that there was overlap between Kauai and Kimmy, and that basically the story that's being presented on Love and Marriage Huntsville is not factual. So I find it funny now, all of a sudden, now that the paychecks have cleared, now that you've got that pay bump, you know, since you've been here a few seasons now all of a sudden it's okay for your brother to come on the show. And it's so funny because then it's like Maurice and Marceau, they try to act like they're above this, and they try to act like, you know, they're good, and, you know, don't say the person's name, don't give them attention, you know, don't do this because then you're giving them a story on social media, but you're giving your brother a story so that we can talk about it on social media. Make it make sense. This should have never made the air, you guys. Ever made the episode, you guys. And this is what I mean, you guys. The focus of the show, when it was dominant on Melody and Martell Holt being the focal point, being the anchors of this show, was when people tune in, you guys. Was when people tuned in, whether you love them separately, together, whatever, it doesn't matter. They were the blueprint. They were the focus of the show. They are the ones responsible for this show. And when we're focusing in on these social media nonsense, and we are so focused in on people who are not main characters of the show, we only see Van, Melody Sharie's mother, as it pertains to her grandchildren, you guys. As it pertains to her daughter and her grandchildren. We do not know extensively this whole backstory on Melody's mom on the show. That was not the purpose of when we see Melody Sharie's mother in scenes. She is there to be supportive of her daughter and her grandchildren. That is the extent of what we know Van. We don't need to know the illicit details of what she is or isn't doing in her personal life. That is not why we've tuned in, you guys. And the fact that, the Scott brothers are trying to make this a thing, but then pretend to be above it all on camera is bogus, you guys. We don't care. We do not care. There's more pressing issues as to why some people who started the fight, some people who started the salacious rumor and started the lies are not taking accountability and not taking responsibility for their actions. That's what we need to be having the conversation about, you guys. I don't care about a friendship or whether it was a relationship or whether it was a situationship or whether it was an entanglement. I don't care. I do not care, you guys. But it's just grasping at straws because, once again, certain people do not want to tell the truth about their real lives, you guys. And that just goes all the way back to Phonics Unhooked talking about transparency. There are people in the cast who refuse to be transparent, so this is why we have nonsense like this taking up nearly 6 minutes of an episode to discuss a was it friendship, was it more type of situation, and basically somebody, a man of all people, in his feelings that somebody didn't claim him, you guys. Or that somebody didn't call him, their boyfriend or whatever. Like, get out of your feelings, sir. Get out of your feelings and move on. Because it is just bogus. If she called you a friend, leave it at that. Nobody told you to get on social media to respond. Nobody told you to get on social media and try to shame her or try to defame her or slander her name or slander her character. Nobody told you to do any of that. But you got hurt, you were in your feelings, and you felt that you needed to have a platform and that you needed to say something for whatever reason, you guys. And then if you say his name, then he threatens to sue you. So it's like, but you're the one who is bringing yourself publicly out to the people. You're the person who is bringing yourself out to show everybody, hey, I am the person she's talking about. I am the man that she's calling a friend. No. We don't care, you guys. We do not care. You are not the focus of the show. And I hope we do not ever have to talk about this again because it was a complete waste of time, you guys. But again, it just shows that, the lack of direction of the show, this focus in on what is or isn't happening on social media and using those for storylines, using bloggers for a storyline. Like, it's just too much, you guys. It's just too much. Why can't you talk about what's really going on in your lives instead of stalking Melody Sharie all day? And using that as an opportunity to come for her or to come for her mother and bring that onto the show. Make it make sense, you guys, because it doesn't to me. It has nothing to do with what the purpose of the show was. What does an alleged friendship between MARSAU and MAURICE's brother and Melody Sharie's mother have to do with the comeback group, you guys? What does that have to do with uplifting the Black community in Huntsville, Alabama, you guys? What does that have to do with entrepreneurship, you guys? What does that have to do with real estate, you guys? What does that have to do with the Black Cigar Lounge, you guys? What does that have to do? Please tell me. Please tell me in the comments what this alleged friendship has to do with anything. Because it was a waste of time, it was a waste of energy, and all of this could have been resolved with a phone call, you guys, as far as I'm concerned, off camera. If you have a problem, why can't you contact Melody Sharie's mother yourself? Why do you have to put it on blast on social media and trying to paint another narrative, you guys, and come onto camera? So now the problem is this. Now that this has been brought onto camera, now it's going to be discussed again. Now it's going to be discussed again, whether it is in a future episode or at the reunion. Now we're going to have to see a sit down between Van and MAURICE and MARSAU's brother, or in a future scene, see basically, what Van has to say about this. And it's just too much, you guys. It is just absolutely too much. So there is that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. What do you guys think? Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.